Alrighty kids, so today's lesson is going to be about the universe. Yeah, so I think we're going to get a little bit more dressed up to be more scientific for this lecture. Alright folks, so today we're going to be talking about something that's not taught in many books because it's my theory on the universe. This all stemmed from me reading this new book, and by new book I mean made in the 1970s, Cosmos by Carl Sagan, something like that. Now before I tell you my theory, there are a couple of things that you need to know to get it. My theory revolves around black holes. So let's first talk about how a black hole forms. A black hole forms when a really big star, dies. Aww. The star dies usually because of old age, or a drug problem induced by overnight stardom. And by the way, when a star dies, the planets that revolve around them get really sad. And this is because without a star to revolve around, these planets get lost and just drift off into the cold nothingness. Or, if they were too attached and too close to their obsession, they blow up with it. Oh no! Now when a star dies, there are two options. The star could either have so much pressure building up on it that the gases ignite and the star explodes and a supernova is created, causing gas and molecules and everything to spread out throughout the universe. Or the pressure could be so great that all the energy built up in the star collapses on itself, thus becoming a black hole. Here, right there, the arrow. Since you can't actually see a black hole in space because it's black and space is black, scientists find them out by looking at their surroundings, whether that's an emptiness in the universe where there aren't any stars, or it's a swirling mass of things around it, because when stars and particles get close to a black hole, it'll either get pulled into it and thus disappear, or circulate around it, just like the orbit of the sun. And scientists have shown that this is a probable theory, because our galaxy, the Milky Way, has been proven to have a big black hole right in the center of it. And all of the solar systems and stars and planets are revolving around this giant black hole that we call the Milky Way galaxy. Now our galaxy's black hole is probably formed by a really big star imploding on itself. One thousands and thousands of times bigger than our sun. And we believe that all these other galaxies out in the universe have black holes in the center of them too, which is the reason why they spin and revolve the way that they do. The closest galaxy to have a black hole center is our sister galaxy Andromeda. And unfortunately, scientists have proven that Andromeda and us are on a direct crash course with each other. And when this finally happens, kablam! The two black holes will fight this over, and the strongest one will be the victor, engulfing the other black hole, and all of the other planets and solar systems surrounding that one will either die in the perish and go along with the black hole ceasing to exist, or circle this new, even bigger galaxy for eternity. But there's not just two galaxies. It's not just us and Andromeda coming towards each other and crashing, and that's the end of it. No. There are hundreds, thousands, possibly even millions of galaxies out there in the universe. It's hard to conceive when you think about how big everything is, but all of these galaxies are being pulled to each other. Gravity isn't something that just happens on Earth. Gravity pulls on every single particle in the universe. So my finger, no matter where you are, is pulling on you. It's so insignificant it would never do anything, but if we were out in distant space and it was just us, we would slowly meet, just because it's the force of nature. Everything is pulled to each other. So all of these galaxies are being pulled towards each other, to the same fate of us and Andromeda. And another fact, like gravity, is energy. Energy is never destroyed. It is just converted or transferred or stored. And so no one really knows what happens in a black hole, and this is where my theory starts to arise. I believe that all the energy that's pulled into a black hole is just stored. It's just bottled up into this little capsule that gets bigger and bigger and bigger, but never really explodes. It just keeps storing. But at some point, there has to be a breaking point. And I think that once every single galaxy has been pulled and formed into this super, mega, just huge galaxy, taking up so much space and energy in the universe that it can't be contained, that's when it'll happen. The pressure inside this ultra mega supernova black hole that encompasses all other things in the universe will get too much that it'll just push on itself. All the energy will collapse and collide, and this will cause a ginormous explosion. And all of the energy stored in this black hole from all the other black holes and all the other galaxies and solar systems in the universe will pour back out into empty space, thus creating a whole new universe, teeming with life and new possibilities, with stars and planets and gases and atoms and just tons of molecules that build up the universe will be created again. And a whole new universe will be manifested from this giant black hole. And that's what I think the universe was created. I think that in the beginning, there was a giant black hole. This all happened before, and when it finally did, over billions and billions and billions of years, it exploded. And that is what caused our universe to create. And just like nature, everything repeats itself, everything loops. Life cycle always continues. And so all of these things are going to pull back and pull back until it happens again, and then a new universe will be started all over again. Because energy can't be destroyed, so it's just transferred. So all of this energy that's being stored through the universe is just building up its battery charge so that it can start over again. And that's what I think the universe is. And the meaning of the universe is to pull itself back together. Unfortunately, the universe hasn't figured out how to keep itself together once it's done that, but I'm sure it'll find a way one of these days. But for now, that is my theory of the universe, that it all stemmed from black holes. Now, I can't say exactly what the beginning of the beginning of the beginning was, what happened before our universe, and the universe before that, and the universe before that. I don't know. I don't have those answers. I mean,